Oh, what? Ain't no way that's the author's name. Local lesbian commie. What do you mean? I did not expect that. Oh my god. What an author name. Let's fucking go. Of course that's the one that has the boob in the fucking SCP as well. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find out what the pub. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So the very first one I read of theirs was actually 1377, which I believe I have on my channel. 1377. Yeah, it's the one where you know how the whole conspiracy of our leaders are lizard people? It's that, but make them robots instead. Like, every leader is a robot. That was the first one from a local lesbian commie I read. Brust. Yeah. I almost read it as Prost, which was that's with a P, and that's not correct. That means, like, you know, salute. Cheers. But peak author name, absolutely peak author name. Okay, let me now check how this. So okay, we already have the adult content. This article contains adult content that may not be suitable for all readers. Features non-consensual sexual acts. Okay, warning. Description of severe mistreatment of children. Warning, Steph. Description of torture. And this depiction of transphobia. Great, we're going the whole mile. What an awful name to just hit us with everything. Okay, let me first see. It's average length with footnotes. It's not too long. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I just need to not hover over the picture's blurred out, but if I hover over it, it will show man chest and boobs. So, yeah, I'll be careful. I'll keep my mouse on the right side. It doesn't activate when I'm over here. Like, it has to be actually on the picture. Okay. So the anti-Stephanie SCP, no trans, boo, hurts, babies, boo, non-consensual. Yeah, it's everything you hate. Here we go. Okay. Item 2911, level 4 secret. Containment class, esoteric, secondary class, archon. Disruption class, vlam. Risk class, danger. They contain procedures. In all cases where SB2911's activity has been confirmed, the Department of Continuity is to suppress any type of media coverage and administer amnestics to the victim's family and closest contacts in order to deconsolidate memories of their transition process. All alterations made to legal documents are to be undone as soon as possible, and the individual's presence on social media erased. Accurate has 911 in it. If you go call the police on them, is that what you're saying? The victim is to be closely monitored and inspected by Foundation agents embedded in medical spaces to prevent meaningful recovery from the current condition, thereby avoiding the exposure of SB2911's existence. Any changes to SB2911's known predatory pattern are to be immediately reported to the Department of Continuity, and the anomaly will be reassigned as Keter accordingly. Someone has to, yeah, you know what? Well, you're not wrong. Well, you're right. SB2911 is a hostile, sapient entity of unknown shape and size whose primary anomalous property is the ability to create and manipulate human flesh. Although its origin remains unknown, sightings of SB2911 has been documented in niche queer communities as an urban legend since 1989. What if this is based on an urban legend that's real? Property is the ability to create and manipulate human flesh. Not gonna lie, that sounds rather cool in a weird way. Mechanic, what is wrong with you? Like, you can't go from flesh baby and be like, oh, that sucks. I don't want to be near that, and then hear somebody like, I can manipulate your flesh, and be like, oh, that's cool. I like that. Your double standards are going on my nerves, brother. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. By the way, Archon is an object class which means that the Foundation could theoretically contain it, but it would cause more harm than good, so it's better to leave it alone. Archon will become a more common class as we move forward. I have got across a couple Archon, but I actually never looked into it what it means, so now I know. Thank you very much. During nighttime hours, SCP-2911 infiltrates high traffic spaces, wearing a functional human body as a carapace, and targets individuals between the ages of 10 and 71 undergoing or having completed gender transition. What note here? Currently, it is assumed SCP-2911 possesses an anomalous instinct to identify transgender targets when these are indistinguishable from the general population. The anomaly's only known anatomical features are its eyes, which occasionally become visible within its mouth during speech. I hate that this reminds me. We already talked about this a couple of times. You know the parasites that the fish have that fucking replace their tongues? That's what it reminds me of, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's just gross. Once SCP-2911 successfully engages in conversation with an individual, it would constantly attempt to persuade them to admit it into their residence. If granted access, SCP-2911 will attack them at the earliest opportunity and employ its anomalous capabilities to detransition the individual. This process is completely painless. The after effects include but are not limited to 1. Hormones corresponding to the opposite sex are rendered inactive, while those associated with the birth sex you upsurge the exceptionally high and even toxic levels. 2. Though my power went out, I've returned. Oh, you missed out. You missed the part that that made me go. Oh. Well, there's 2 parts actually. 2. All fat is redistributed according to its original pattern. See, it's even painless. That doesn't matter if it's painless or not. It goes against what they want. It goes. If I walked up to somebody and somebody was like, "Hey, would you want me to shave your entire afro off in an instant? Don't worry, it's painless." And I'm like, "No, I want to keep my afro," and they still do it. It doesn't matter. It's not okay. It's actually I was watching Smosh Reddit story today, and it's a perfect example of like it doesn't matter if it's painless. It doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's not full on physical touch. It's still the fact that they did it is wrong. A boyfriend was addicted to his girlfriend curling her hair. So much so that he wanted to do it for her. So he asked her, "Hey, can I curl your hair? I want..." And he's been like very touchy with the hair as well. So he's like, "Hey, can I curl your hair? Can I curl your hair?" And she's like, "That's a bit weird." Because they were fresh in a relationship. And she's like, "This is a bit weird. No, I don't want you to curl my hair. You're not allowed to." So what did he do? He did it while she was asleep. Like in secret. Made sure that she wouldn't wake up, and did it while she was asleep. And at the end, was it painful? No. Was it? Well, at the end, the fact that he did it against her will, she said no. And he still did it. In this case, if somebody transitions over to the opposite sex because that's what they want, they don't want to go back. And somebody then forces himself upon you and then magically makes you go back. It does not matter if it's painless or not. It is still something that hurts them as a person internally. Body, hair growth, and muscle mass align with pre-transition states. In male individuals, musculature is adjusted to the parameters of the average professional athlete. 4. The results of gender-affirming procedures and hormonal replacement therapy are undone, with any scars associated with the former fading completely. 5. Despite being rendered I have to be really careful now. Unusable, the vocal cords' new structure prevents them from producing any voice incongruent with the expected range from the birth sex. More information below. Okay, I will again. I have to be careful now. Literally going back to my sign chain at birth would make me want to cease from existence. Yeah, no, I fully understand. Like, and you agree with me, Steph, right? It doesn't matter. Hey, folks, just checking in for a bit before I fall asleep. Hey, Howard, how you doing? And Mechanic, understand that I'm not at all like, you know, frustrated or anything with you, but I'm just saying this because there is probably somebody out there in the world that actually legitimately thinks like that. They think like, oh, because it's painless, it's okay. I know you don't. I know you're joking around with me because you are the Mr. Hey, I'm befriending every SCP guy. So I trust you that you're smart enough to know that this is wrong. But there is probably somebody who's gonna watch this video who's gonna actually think this way, and I'm gonna tell you right now, because again, in the Smart Shredded story, Shane said something so clever. He said a lot of people, a lot of times don't understand that something's wrong because they haven't been taught early enough that it's wrong, right? And sometimes somebody telling them, hey, this is not right, can set something in their head to be like, oh, is it? Is it really not right? Was I wrong this whole time? So I hope that my words will reach somebody out there and be like, first of all, guys, if your partner says no, don't fucking try to do it in secret. Okay? Don't do that in secret. Shit. And second, everything else I said, listen to that. Alright. 6. Skeletal morphology is modified to emphasize the features of the birth sex in an exaggerated manner. 7. Susceptibility to diseases prevalent in the birth sex increases through fluctuation in the immune system. 8. In female individuals, the size of the breasts, gluteal muscles, and thighs are conspicuously increased. 9. In female individuals, SB2911 induces pregnancy. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. You already did so much damage. For prepubescent subjects, these effects occur alongside puberty. Careful now! I also need to be careful I don't accidentally flick my mouse too fast. Except for item 9, which applies universally. Following the main transfiguration process, SB2911 causes the individual to develop cerebromedulospinal disconnection. Also known as locked-in syndrome. It is a condition... Aren't we all locked in, guys? Don't we all suffer from the locked-in syndrome? Am I right? Am I right? It is a condition which one is aware but cannot move or communicate verbally due to complete paralysis of nearly all voluntary muscles except for vertical eye movement and blinking. Yeah, no, I know that locked in is scary. I'm just trying to like put some humor in this in this SCP that's already like very fucked up. Afterwards, SB2911 exits the residence and targets all subjects who could potentially assist the victim in retransitioning. It's going to attack the doctors? Like, okay, my job here is done now, but I'm going to make sure that you can't go back ever again. Let me kill everybody else. Upon locating them, SB2911 will perform an irreversible procedure analogous to a lobotomy before this. What do you mean? It's going to a lobotomy. It's going to go to a doctor and just be like, I know you transitioned that person over there. Never again. Steph, I saw the thing. I'm not gonna repeat it because I agree with you. We all are angry, but we're gonna keep this as political less as possible. But I agree. I need 2912 to be the most wholesome SCP in existence. Yeah, honestly, with the baby SCP from before, and now this one, Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, careful. Pre and post encounter with SB2911 images of Carlos Pinheiro da Silva's memory glands, while the former was recovered from the subject's social media prior to deletion. The latter was taken by embedded Foundation staff during the conduction of a routine inspection at Hospital Particular Eurico Gaspar Dutra, Brazil. Okay, scroll down. We're safe. Addendum 2011 containment breach on... Wait, did I miss anything up here? No, I didn't. On March 27, 2011, 59-year-old Texan woman Charlotte Campbell began a series of social media posts detailing a personal experience with SB2911, claiming the anomaly had assisted her in preventing her son, Frederick, from engaging with perceived anti-Christian behavior. Oh, for fuck's fucking hell! We had enough! This is, by the way, it's not a bad SCP though. Sometimes an SCP has to be so outrageous because then you're like this is like it's fucked up, but it's fucked up in a fun way. Well, actually, not really. No, it's not fucked up in a fun way. It's fucked up in a way that makes you get heated. It has an effect. But now we have also religion infused into this. The Foundation had no prior knowledge of this case. This article was written this year, if you couldn't tell. Oh, you don't say. But I didn't mean like to say in a fun way. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like, it definitely has that shock value. And at the end, if you're gonna have a shock value, sometimes it's just like go beyond. It's so shocking that it's ridiculous. And that's what I think sometimes is more fun than like, it's shocking that it's scary. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not explaining this really well, and I'm looking like an absolute asshat right now. This article is fucked up in a fucked up way. Yeah, basically, yeah. Further investigation conducted by the Department of Continuity revealed that Charlotte had been the lead of a newly found religious cult that regarded SB2911 as evidence of the return of Jesus Christ, and intended to attract the entity to interfere once again with the possibility of gender transition within her family. God fucking damn it, Charlotte. This time her daughter, Olivia Campbell. In accordance with standard protocol, the Foundation monitored the case for potential 2911 manifestation and restricted the reach of her social media activity. Steph, I'm gonna say what you said. This is MAGA. At first I wanted to be like, keep it not political, but it is. It is MAGA, absolutely. It's the whole fear of fucking like, what if my child wants to become the opposite sex and become some sort of criminal? Fuck off. Your child stays the same personality-wise, it's just that they look different and feel more confident in their body. God fucking damn it. They just want you to call them a he, she, or them. It's not that difficult to accept. You know what? You know what was easily accepted back then is the fact that Zeus was able to transform into a swan, and then impregnate a woman. People back then had no problem with that. Nobody went around and was like, "Oh, not my Zeus, not my Greek god. He wouldn't transform into a swan. No, he wouldn't do that. That a swan is not manly enough. It's not the symbol of man." Zeus did not give a shit. He wanted to transform into whatever would get the ladies hot and bothered. And Apollo went around fucking dudes as well. Like, it's like, how did we digress so much? I'm sorry. I'll calm down. I'll calm down. 3 months later, on June 30th, Campbell's husband Noah arrived at the residence late at night. Accompanied by a disguised SB2911, the entity subsequently transfigured both him and his daughter, Olivia, before departing. No further SB2911 interpretation related to this event could be traced. And amnestics were subsequently administered to Charlotte and her cult associates following approval of her divorce documentation. All evidence of her marriage was expunged shortly thereafter, and Noah Campbell was relocated to a nursing facility in Clark County, Nevada. Now, Emma Campbell. Hey! So Noah was able to actually transition successfully without fucking 2911 coming in and be like, not in my Christian America. Post I believe in the pet animal portion of your Discord if you want to share them with everyone for happy times. If everyone is involved is a consenting adult and no one is getting harmed, I couldn't give less of a shit. Pat Afro on the shoulder. Noah apparently got detransitioned. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Wait, hold on. Oh, there's so many Campbells. This. Okay. So this article is named Chaser. I did not read the article name. Yeah, I was so worried about not getting hit by by the Twitch ban stamp that I didn't read the title. Yeah. Okay. You said okay. Let me see if I can make this work. Because I would have to like add a. I would have to add another section. Let me just quickly do this. Okay, let's go back. For fuck's sake, I don't even know which would be. I think this one. Window capture. Discord. There we go. There we go. Chasers are usually transphobic or treat us like fetishes. It's weird. Gotcha. And chaser refers to someone who pursues trans people sexually. And chaser folks can be pretty transphobic sometimes, oddly enough. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Look at that little sloth right here. Kitties. Little dog. Baby elephant. I don't know why, like the way this fur looked, it almost looked a little bit too perfect. So I was like, is this a real picture? But yeah, it is. Okay. The rules were specifically for me. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, I need to change this back to here we go. Alright, let me see what because by the way, that was probably the most modern SCP you have read. Did you notice a different tone from the older SCP? I don't think I noticed a different tone. It was definitely a lot. I mean, it was definitely a lot more dated to like a specific moment in time. Like, of course, like with how like the US and other parts in the world see trans people. It definitely felt like it's like commentary on today's like close-minded views on things, but I don't think I saw like a difference in how they described things or how they handled like the actual the work of literature of SCP, and that I did not. If there is anything like that. I don't think it's the most modern one though. I mean, I think there were a few rewrites a while back. Yeah, I did reread one rewrite like a half a year ago. Every so often we get an article with the work CSS themes and stuff. All right, let's just continue. But otherwise we're stuck on this SCP for like ever.